Welcome to Ancient Predator Zone, where we explore the deep past to uncover the secrets of the most terrifying prehistoric eras. Travel back 234 million years to the Triassic period, a time when the world was a singular, vast, and dry landmass. The interior of Pangaea was a harsh desert where water was scarce, and life had to fight desperately for every drop. Ancient herbivores like the sturdy dicynodonts roamed these arid plains, relying on their ability to dig for hidden underground plant roots. For millions of years, this dry climate defined the ecosystem, creating a stable but brutal environment for the creatures of the Triassic. Vegetation was sparse and tough, adapted to survive long droughts, with hardy ferns and cycads dominating the unforgiving prehistoric landscape. As the sun set on this arid world, the inhabitants had no idea that their entire reality was about to change forever. Deep beneath the surface in what is now North America, a geological time bomb known as Pangaea was preparing to detonate. The stability of the Triassic was shattered as massive tectonic forces ripped the crust open, signaling the start of a catastrophe. Volcanoes erupted with unimaginable fury, spewing rivers of molten rock and blotting out the sun with thick clouds of volcanic ash. This was the Pangaea flood basalt event, a geological cataclysm that would release lava continuously for thousands upon thousands of years. Along with the lava came invisible killers. Massive amounts of carbon dioxide and methane were pumped directly into the Earth's atmosphere. This sudden injection of greenhouse gases trapped heat, causing global temperatures to soar by 4 to 8 degrees Celsius very rapidly. The intense heat accelerated the hydrological cycle, causing ocean water to evaporate at unprecedented rates and form massive storm clouds. The skies turned dark and heavy, burdened with moisture that the atmosphere could no longer hold, waiting to unleash a deluge. The first drops fell on the hot sand, sizzling as they hit, marking the beginning of the Carnian Pluvial episode. What started as a storm became a relentless downpour that would transform the arid Triassic world into a soaked, muddy wetland. This was not a normal rainy season. The skies remained open for roughly 2 million years, reshaping the face of the planet. Flash floods tore through the landscape, eroding ancient geological formations and carrying massive amounts of sediment toward the swelling oceans. Dry basins filled with water, creating vast ephemeral lakes where there was once only dust, altering the habitat for all living things. The creatures of the Triassic, adapted for dry conditions, found themselves struggling to cope with the constant wetness and dropping temperatures. The relentless rain stripped the land of its topsoil, leaving behind geological scars that scientists use today to identify this event. Geologists have found clear evidence of this wet phase in rock layers that show signs of intense erosion and river deposition. Another key piece of evidence is the sudden abundance of amber, fossilized tree resin produced by trees under stress from the rain. Trees produced excessive resin to protect themselves from the damp environment and fungal infections, leaving behind a treasure trove of amber. Data from ancient sediments confirms that rainfall increased dramatically, turning the semi-arid world into a humid, tropical greenhouse. The impact was not limited to land. The ocean suffered as massive amounts of sediment and fresh water poured into the sea. Ocean chemistry was disrupted, leading to acidification that dissolved the shells of marine life and caused a collapse of reef ecosystems. Many marine species, including varieties of ammonites and conodonts, faced extinction as their environment became too toxic to support life. Predators at the top of the food chain, starved as the base of the marine ecosystem crumbled under the chemical changes. The carbonate crisis meant that shell-building organisms could not grow, leading to a significant gap in the fossil record of reefs. On land, the flora was undergoing a radical transformation. The drought-resistant plants were being outcompeted by water-loving vegetation. Deserts were replaced by lush rainforests, creating a new, energy-rich food source that would alter the course of evolution. The dominant herbivores, like dinosaurs, found their teeth unsuited for the new, tough flora, leading to their rapid decline. As their food source disappeared, these once successful groups faced mass starvation and eventual extinction, clearing the stage for new actors. In the shadows of this new wet world, a small bipedal group of reptiles began to thrive, the very first dinosaurs. Dinosaurs possessed biological advantages that allowed them to exploit the explosion of plant life that the rain had created. The abundance of food allowed dinosaurs to grow in size and diversity, starting their journey toward becoming the giants of the Jurassic. Predatory dinosaurs like Herrerasaurus became faster and deadlier, taking advantage of the chaotic ecosystem to hunt vulnerable prey. It wasn't just dinosaurs. The wet conditions also spurred the evolution of turtles, crocodiles, and the very first true mammals. Semi-aquatic predators like phytosaurs flourished in the expanding network of rivers and swamps, becoming the terrors of the waterways. After 2 million years of deluge, the volcanic activity subsided, the rains ceased, and the sun reclaimed the Triassic sky. The world that emerged from the rain was unrecognizable. The red deserts were gone, replaced by a green dinosaur-dominated planet. The Carnian Pluvial episode was the turning point that allowed dinosaurs to rise from obscurity to absolute dominance over the Earth. This catastrophe was a reset button for life, proving that sometimes destruction is the necessary precursor to a new era of creation. Today we read this story in the stones and bones left behind, a testament to the resilience of life on our dynamic planet. The Rangelia Mountains now lie silent and snow-capped, a peaceful memorial to the fiery event that once drowned the world. The Carnian Pluvial episode serves as a powerful reminder of how rapidly the climate can change and how life must adapt or perish. The next time you see a heavy rainstorm, remember the time when the rain didn't stop for 2 million years. From the ashes of volcanoes and the mud of floods, a new kingdom arose, ruled by the most famous creatures in history. Let's take a closer look at the geological strata that define this period, found in locations from Italy to Japan. In the Dolomites of Italy, the limestone layers suddenly switched to sandstone and clay, marking the arrival of the Great Rains. The mechanism was simple physics. Greenhouse gases trapped solar heat, disrupting the delicate balance of the Triassic climate system. The conifers that spread during this time are the ancestors of the pine forests we see covering the northern hemisphere today. Insects also diversified rapidly, evolving new forms to exploit the abundant plant matter and the humid forest environments. Small predators like Calophysis honed their hunting skills on these insects, developing the agility that would define their lineage. River systems transformed from chaotic flash flood channels into stable, meandering rivers that supported complex ecosystems along their banks. Freshwater fish populations exploded in diversity, finding new niches in the permanent rivers and lakes that dotted the landscape. Giant amphibians like Metaposaurus ruled these waters, growing to massive sizes thanks to the abundance of water and food. The water's edge was a dangerous place, where the new masters of the land met the ancient monsters of the water. And through it all, the rain kept falling, a constant rhythm that dictated the pace of life and death. The rain was often acidic due to volcanic gases, accelerating rock weathering and drawing CO2 out of the atmosphere. This weathering process eventually helped to stabilize the climate by pulling carbon back into the earth, but it took millennia. While true flowers were yet to evolve, complex reproductive structures and plants began to appear, signaling future botanical revolutions. In the safety of burrows, our ancestors, the cynodonts, were developing warm-bloodedness and parental care to survive the shifting climate. These small, furry creatures lived in the shadow of the dinosaurs, waiting for their own time to rise millions of years later. Even in this chaotic era, there were moments of peace, where the ancient stars looked down upon a world in transition. Lightning storms were frequent and violent, adding fire to the mix of elements that shaped the Triassic landscape. Survival required constant vigilance, adapting to floods, fires, predators, and the ever-changing availability of food sources. The humid conditions accelerated decomposition, recycling nutrients quickly and fueling the rapid growth of the dense new forests. Fungi thrived in the damp darkness, playing a vital role in breaking down organic matter and sustaining the forest cycle. From space, the brown continent was turning green, a visual testament to the power of water to transform a planet. For the old guard, like the Hyperodontopedon, the green world was a graveyard. They were relics of a dry past. Nature abhors a vacuum. As the old herbivores vanished, dinosaurs rapidly expanded to fill every available ecological niche. Evolution experimented wildly with the dinosaur body plan, producing agile hunters, bulky herbivores, and everything in between. the sauropodomorphs began to grow larger guts to process the tough vegetation, setting the stage for the true giants. Longer necks allowed them to reach energy-rich leaves high in the canopy, a food source inaccessible to other ground-dwelling herbivores. Migration became a survival strategy, with herds moving across the continent to follow the seasonal growth of the new forests. With dense populations came complex social behaviors as dinosaurs communicated to coordinate movement, find mates, and warn of danger. Predators, too, may have begun to hunt in packs, using teamwork to take down prey much larger than themselves. Their advanced respiratory systems gave them a metabolic edge, allowing them to remain active and energetic even in challenging conditions. This biological superiority was a key factor in their rise, enabling them to outpace and outlast their evolutionary competitors. Eventually, the geological engine driving this change began to slow down. The eruptions of Pangaea weakened and finally ceased. As the volcanic gases dissipated, the greenhouse effect lessened and the global climate began to stabilize once again. The 2-million-year storm broke, giving way to a new climatic normal with distinct seasons and drier conditions returning. But the world did not revert to its previous state. The evolutionary die had been cast, and the dinosaurs were here to stay. They had survived the fire and the flood, emerging as the undisputed rulers of a planet they would dominate for eons. The stage was now set for the Jurassic period, where the breakup of Pangaea would further drive the evolution of life. It is a perfect example of the domino effect in nature, how a geological event can trigger a biological revolution. Science continues to uncover new details about this event, refining our understanding of how Earth's systems interact. Museums around the world preserve the legacy of this time, allowing us to stand face to face with the survivors of the deluge. It inspires the next generation of scientists to ask questions about our planet's past and its fragile future. When we look at nature today, we are looking at the distant descendants of those who survived the Carnian Pluvial episode. The crocodiles basking in our rivers are living echoes of that time, survivors that have changed little in millions of years. And every bird you see in the sky carries the genetic legacy of the dinosaurs that rose to power in the rain. Time marches on, but the events of the past are etched into the bedrock of our world, waiting to be read. Our planet is a dynamic, ever-changing system, capable of immense destruction, but also incredible regeneration and life. The forces that created the Carnian rain are still with us, sleeping beneath our feet, shaping the continent slowly. Rain remains a life-giving force, a reminder of the water cycle that has sustained life on Earth for billions of years. The Carnian Pluvial episode was not just a rainy season, it was the pivot point upon which the history of life turned. Without it, the Age of Giants might never have happened, and the history of our world would look very different. We hope this journey has given you a new perspective on the Triassic period and the incredible story of our planet. If you are fascinated by prehistoric life, check out our other videos covering the Permian extinction and the Jurassic giants. Your support allows us to keep digging into the past and bringing these lost worlds back to life for you. Let us know in the comments. Do you think the rain was the most important factor in dinosaur evolution? Consider joining our community on Patreon for early access to scripts, behind-the-scenes content, and voting on future topics. This documentary was researched and crafted with passion, aiming to provide the most accurate visual representation possible. History is written in stone, but it comes alive when we imagine the thunder, the rain, and the roar of beasts. As the sun sets on the Triassic, we leave the dinosaurs to their destiny, a reign that would last millions of years. Goodbye for now. Water is the essence of life. It shapes our history, our geography, and our future. Treasure it. The plants of the Triassic are still with us in our gardens and forests, silent witnesses to history. Just as the clouds move and change, so does life on Earth, in an endless dance of adaptation. The oceans recovered, teeming with new life, proving the incredible resilience of the blue planet. Mountains rise and fall, but the story of life continues, written in the strata of the Earth. Ammonites may be gone, but their beauty remains in stone, a spiral message from the deep past. A single footprint can tell a story of a giant that once walked where we stand today. Today's rainforests are the lungs of our planet, just as the Triassic forests were millions of years ago. Deserts and rainforests are two sides of the same coin, balanced by the global climate system. Exploration is in our DNA. We search the darkest corners of the Earth to find the light of knowledge. Through chemistry and physics, we unlock the secrets trapped in atoms from millions of years ago. Technology allows us to simulate these ancient worlds, giving us a glimpse into the past like never before. Paleo art brings the bones to life, giving flesh and color to the skeletons in the museum. The wonder starts early. Every child who loves dinosaurs is a potential future scientist. As we end this video, take a moment to appreciate the beauty of the world around you. The same moon that shines on us tonight shone on the dinosaurs millions of years ago. Cosmic events have shaped our history, reminding us that we are part of a larger universe. Storytelling keeps the past alive. By sharing these stories, we honor the history of life on Earth. The code of life is resilient, adapting and evolving through fire, ice, and endless rain. Life always finds a way. From the greatest catastrophes come the greatest leaps in evolution. The legacy of the dinosaurs flies above us every day, a reminder of their enduring success. Mammals eventually took their turn, growing large and returning to the oceans that were once toxic. The conifers still stand guard over the north, ancient sentinels from the time of the Carnian rain. Even today, rain can transform a desert into a garden overnight, echoing the ancient miracle. The power of water is undeniable. It carves mountains and builds the stage for life's drama. Climate change is a constant force. Understanding the past helps us prepare for the future. We have the power to influence our climate, a responsibility that no other species has ever had. Planting trees today connects us to the ancient forests that cooled the earth millions of years ago. Cherish the natural world. It is a gift forged over millions of years of trial and error. Every drop of water is precious. It has cycled through the atmosphere for eons, witnessing history. We are emerging into a new era of understanding, illuminated by the light of scientific discovery. Thank you for spending your time with us. We value your curiosity and your passion for history. Ancient Predator Zone signing off. Remember to look back to see where we are going. Goodbye.